Hello again, Pisces. April 2024, big month. I'm going to animate this Pisces horoscope so you can see the importance of your value system. And straight off we see the retrograde Mercury influencing this area of income from the 2nd of April. And this is going to be accentuated on the 9th when we see this lunar energy picking up a dose of compulsive, obsessive Pluto energy on the 4th and swinging around here, making contact with Mars, then Saturn, then Neptune and Venus before becoming part of that very, very significant total solar eclipse on the 8/9th of April. That eclipse is going to be visible in the northern hemisphere, in Mexico, US and Canada. There it is on the 6th. It makes conjunction with Mars, incidentally, the planet that relates to your ethical, spiritual values. But you can see this is going to really impact the financial component. Venus, the planet here relating to contracts and also shared resources, enters into this second house as well, just before the eclipse on the 9th. And that eclipse is going to herald a completely new chapter in your life, Pisces. So you need to be well planned, well organized for this. We can see that the planet of partnerships, relationships, Mercury is retrograde here. It is not a friendly planet. It is not totally desirable to have an unfriendly planet retrograde. Why? Because the retrogression actually empowers that planet with the abilities in which it is naturally endowed. So it rules here in your horoscope the 7th house, which is your relationships, and the 4th house, which is your domestic circumstances. The fact that you've got an eclipse here, it shows that the areas we've just mentioned, your finances here, 2nd house, 4th house, domestic circumstance, and 7th house, relationships or business partnerships, is what's involved. We see also here that Mars has been enduring a rather frustrating time in its conjunction with Saturn. I'm happy to say that the faster moving Mars has passed away from Saturn. It is still prone to give accidents and injuries and problems with your health, especially in the lower part of your body. Mars and Saturn together are injurious, and Pisces is your feet, and that is the dominant factor of your horoscope. It also has some relevance to the 3rd house and your ruling planet, Jupiter, or one of them. And that is because Venus also, as I mentioned earlier, took part in this house of the eclipse, and it rules this 3rd house. Okay, so that 3rd house and Jupiter have to do with liver, the drainage system of the body, that's the lymph, the glands, that sort of thing. We see also that the 6th ruler, Sun, on the 20th, moves into this area. It may not do it immediately this month, but you see later in the month, or probably rather earlier in the next month of May, when it makes conjunction with your ruling planet, there may indeed be some health issues surrounding those points I've mentioned. There's a full moon coming up on the 24th here. We see also that that's going to take place in this zone of values. That has a spiritual connotation to it. It's got to do with journeys. It's got to do with tertiary education. So those matters may also be under the spotlight as the month comes closer and closer to the end. The 25th, there you have it, the stationary yet direct motion of Mercury. Whatever ideas, concepts, contracts you've had to go through and reconsider will start to be settled now as Mercury moves into its direct motion. So a few things there, unfortunately right at the end of the month, but we see that the movement away of Mars from Saturn, still not great as it moves towards its conjunction with Neptune, can cause some confusion, and again that aspects fully your relationships. Venus also right at the end of the month makes its entry into the third house as the ruler of the eighth house, moving in the third house. We like that. We like the 6th, 8th, 12th and 3rd rulers to be positing or in conjunction with the 6th, 3rd, 8th and 12th rulers. This is called a Viparit Yoga. It actually brings wealth and benefits to you. So you can see that that is the likely result of that planet there. It's a good end to the month. By the way, it's even better because we see it moving to the combustion, the sunbeams of the sun, which further tie its hands and bring wealth and success for you. More on that next month, but right now I would suggest you take a look at the text-based readings we have at astrology.com.au. It's going to, I guess, work as an adjunct to what I've said today to fill in some of the gaps. We've got daily, weekly, monthly and yearly readings. Don't forget, press the subscribe and like buttons to help us out. And if you've got any questions, you can drop me a note there below. I'll be here next month. Stay safe. Look forward to your company again then. Bye-bye.